To win $1 million, 6 players must hide in a rundown yard. If they can survive a 1-hour search by the hunters, they'll walk away with the $1 million. Player 1, Marcus. His plan was to hide inside an oil barrel. First, he dug a hole in the yard, just big enough for him to squat down. Then he slipped on a modified oil barrel, poured a thin layer of oil inside to make it look like a full barrel of oil, and put the lid on. The hiding spot was absolutely perfect. Player 2, Ethan. He curled up inside a discarded tire and covered his whole body with an inner tube. From the outside, it just looked like any ordinary old tire. Player 3, Henry. He'd taken the engine out of the pickup truck in the yard beforehand, and the space inside was just right for him to fit. The only question was, could this older guy last an hour in such a tight spot? Player 4, David. He was going to hide underground. To pull this off, he chiseled a big hole under the floorboards of a room, covered the entrance with a carpet, and restored the room to its original state. You'd never guess anything was off. Player 5, Mike. He was going to hide in a pine tree in the yard, and he brought along props he'd prepared in advance. It sounded underwhelming at first, but once he was hidden, you'd barely notice him if you weren't paying close attention. It all came down to how careful the hunter was. Player 6, Lucas. He planned to pretend to be a mannequin. He took the mannequin apart and tied the pieces to himself, but his large build didn't quite match. With a friend's help, he struggled into the clothes and pants. In the end, aside from looking a bit bulkier, there weren't many flaws. Once all players were hidden, the 1-hour search began. As soon as the hunter stepped into the yard, he checked the host from head to toe first. After all, the host had helped each player hide. Dirt on shoes or leftover paint on hands could be key clues. Then the hunter suddenly jumped onto the pickup truck to scout the surrounding area and potential hiding spots, which scared the daylights out of Henry hiding underneath. He immediately mapped out a search route in his head, and the hunt was on. Right off the bat, he zeroed in on the oil barrel in the yard. Lucky for Marcus, the hunter only lifted the lid for a quick glance and didn't suspect a thing. Next, he headed to the junk room, Ethan's hiding spot. The hunter checked all the corners where someone might be hiding, but maybe the tire was too obvious. It didn't get a second look. Then the hunter planned to clear out the rooms one by one. On his way to the next room, he suddenly noticed the pickup truck in the middle of the yard. His gut told him someone was hiding there. He circled the truck carefully, lifted the hood, and Henry, wearing a mask inside, nearly scared the hunter half to death. After eliminating Henry, the hunter checked the swimming pool, but since it hadn't been used in ages, it was just a storage space for junk. When he got back to the ground, he spotted Mike hiding in the tree right away. Mike's cheap leaf props gave away his position, making him the second player eliminated. Less than 15 minutes into the game, the hunter had taken out 2 players. The agile hunter climbed onto the roof next and saw 2 mannequins. He kicked one right off the roof, and he immediately saw through Lucas's disguise. At first, Lucas tried to keep up the act, but when the hunter grabbed his foot like he was going to throw him off too, Lucas panicked and revealed himself. Third elimination. Back on the ground, half the game time was gone. Having eliminated 3 outdoor hiders, the hunter shifted his focus indoors. He had no idea Marcus was hiding under the